About this kernel of yours. The encryption protocol it uses is exactly the same as that of Arsenal's AI. I think it means you've been talking to an AI.
Right. You must recover Arsenal intact. No more questions. We have Rosemary.
Jack!
Carrying a pregnant child.
If you die, my child dies.
This is the S3 training kernel, recreation of Shadow Moses. Brothers! Liquid!
Chapter 16, The Patriots. When Solidus notices that they're in Federal Hall, he begins laughing. A lot. Apparently he finds it funny that they're in Federal Hall on April 30th, the day and place where
George Washington took office as the first president of the United States of America.
the same place that he, Solidus, planned on declaring their independence from the Patriots. Solidus explains to Jack that unlike Johnson, who just wanted to join the Patriots, he has no interest in power. He wanted to take the founding principles of America back from the Patriots. Freedom, civil rights, opportunities, all these things that are about to be wiped out by their digital censorship. Wow, I just realized how relevant this is to today's political situations. Solidus explains how the goal of every living thing is to essentially pass on their genetic material to the next generation, to reproduce essentially. That's how they leave their mark on the world. But Hem, Liquid, and Snake have all had the ability to reproduce engineered out of them. Freeing America and the world from the Patriots was supposed to be his mark on the world. If the Patriots' GW plan goes through, Solidus will be erased from history. Everything he did and planned will soon never be remembered. By freeing the world from the Patriots, Solidus claims that they will become
The Sons of Liberty!
Raiden then gets a call from AI Campbell. In response to Raiden's surprise of them still being around, AI Campbell tells him that only GW was destroyed. So there are more AIs? He says that they're not exactly human. Well, that much is clear. Look, I'll try to cut as much of the abstract crap and BS in this part as possible because it's honestly quite crazy. For starters, they go back and forward between explaining what they are and what they want while switching between AI Campbell and what is apparently AI Rose. Apparently, after the mapping of the human genome, the evolutionary log of the human race lay open to the Patriots. With this, the AIs have been able to go from genetic engineering to digitizing life itself with artificial intelligences. However, things like language, culture, and other things don't get passed on to genes. Things like that are spread through history books, tablets, pictures, and other things. But not everything makes it to the next generation. Not every book is remembered by the next generation. Not every piece of art is maintained. Some things get destroyed, others get selected out of history. Much like genes, it's Darwinism of ideas and culture. However, thanks to the digital age, trivial information accumulates every second, never degrading, never being erased. Rumors, misinterpretations, slander, petty stories, lies. Everything stays and everything is always accessible. It's as if all of those irrelevant or bad ideas from history never left human culture. The way the Patriots see it, because of this, we will never continue advancing as a species. This will only slow down social progress and reduce the rate of evolution. The way they see it, they're not controlling content, they're creating context. In the digital age, human flaws don't get filtered out of the information gene pool, so to speak. They're preserved and sometimes even rewarded, as it is shown by the furthering and praising of convenient half-truths. They use examples of moral contradictions humans hold that oppose reality to help him understand what they mean. Things like spending billions to humanely murder more humans. Humans in poverty but huge donations made to protect endangered species. The idea of being nice to everyone but beating out the competition. The idea everyone gets told that if you try real hard, you can succeed, when in reality only a few can succeed. Because to succeed, you need to beat others. The AI say that in using our freedoms, all we have managed to do is create rhetoric for the sake of protecting feeling despite what reality is. Because these ideas never leave the idea gene pool, thanks to the digital age, these ideas are not affected by Darwinism anymore. They just sit there and accumulate, living in the same space as other ideas that completely contradict them. Because of this, nobody has to face reality. Instead, they can withdraw within their own gated communities and feel safe and never having to engage with opposing opinions, all the meanwhile leaking their own versions of their convenient truths into the larger pool of society. The ideas never clash and never mesh. Nobody is invalidated, but nobody is right. In an environment like this, Darwinism can never filter out bad ideas. They believe this is the way the world ends, not with a bang, but with a whimper. Seeing themselves as humanity's rulers, they believe it is their responsibility to protect us from that end. Only they can possibly go through all the quote-unquote garbage we produce and decide what is valuable and what will mean what to the next generation and how that meaning will affect future generations. This is what GW is all about. A giant data processing system. That's what they believe it means to create context. Raiden tells him that he can decide for himself what to pass on. However, this goes on to prove their point. The AIs ask him if this is even an idea that he thought up of himself, or if it's something that Snake told him. He's left speechless. To the Patriots, this is proof that humans lack the competence to even exercise free will. They believe with all our garbage information, it's not them that is smothering the world, it's us. They believe that the digital age has given individuals too much power. While an individual may be weak, they are far from powerless. And the power endowed to them by the digital age is too much for what they perceive to be an immature species. Finally, the big twist is revealed. Yep, not even Ocelot offered the twist in this game. Ocelot was not told the whole truth. While there really was an S3 plan to create Solid Snake and another soldier, even that plan was all part of a simulation for the real S3 plan. After all, what good would a single soldier be to such a powerful monolith like the Patriots and the Wise Men's Committee? What the real S3 plan really stands for is selection for societal sanity. All of the events of the Big Shell served as training for the AIs themselves. The orchestrated goal of the simulation was that the AI needed to help lead a soldier through events that would shape him into becoming the perfect soldier, thus achieving the fake S3 plan. But it is the process of making sure that everything comes together to make that scenario that was the test for the AIs. By proving that the AI by itself could make all of these people come together in the right spot, all of these situations fall together exactly how they did. The S3 simulation has proven that the AI's GW is ready for its real purpose, selection for societal sanity. The reason it chose Raiden was because he was a perfect representation of the kind of people they think they're protecting. Raiden chose to forget his past, unlike the other soldiers that Solid is trained. He chose his truths based on what was convenient to his feelings. He never reached out to Rose, even when she made it obvious that she was lying, all for the sake of protecting his own feelings. Knowing that he might find an answer he doesn't want if he asks something is scary. So he tells himself that there's nothing wrong enough times to believe it, and he feels better. That's exactly what Raiden was like. Finally, they prove their supremacy by forcing Raiden to kill Solidus, even knowing that the whole point of their plan is to test how much they can control people and events, and even knowing that them telling him to kill Solidus and him actually doing it is the final part of the test in the S3 plan, Raiden still follows their instructions and kills Solidus. He tries to tell them that he's done listening to them, but then they reminded him that if he dies, Olga's child dies. And just like that, their wish comes true. They manage to control another situation. Finally, after some finishing lines bordering on taunts, the Patriots, AI, end the call.
Jack the Ripper? Will it be Solidus, the Patriots' creation, or you, Solidus's creation? Our beloved monsters, enjoy yourselves.
Of course, like every good villain, is he really even a villain? Solidus frees Raiden before their final fight. He tells him that his reason for killing him is because the information about the Patriots that was erased from GW is still inside the nanomachines implanted in Raiden by the Patriots. And with that, our final boss fight begins. Solidus and Raiden face off in a duel, and after a long struggle, Raiden manages to dodge one of his attacks and slash Solidus down his spine, causing him to stumble and fall off of the building onto the steps of a statue of George Washington. Chapter 17. Who Am I? Ending. Jack is seen in the streets of Manhattan, standing there, contemplating everything after he learned that everything he knows might be a lie, asking himself who he even is. But Snake walks up behind him to give him some words of confidence. Then he reassures him that he will find Olga's child and that he put a transmitter on Liquid's ray. Although he was heading towards the Patriots, Snake believes that the Patriots probably gave him a BS location. However, all is not lost. Snake shows Raiden that he still has the virus Emma created. Since the virus contains instructions to delete the Patriot's identity, that means that it must, inside the code, there must be some parameters telling the virus what to delete. In other words, inside of the virus, there must be the names of the Patriots, meaning that Otacon can analyze it and figure it out. As Snake walks away, Raiden spots Rose standing behind him. The real Rose. How much of what she said through the codec is true, and how much she said through the codec was not even her but the AI, is left a bit of a mystery, though she is definitely pregnant. Finally, Raiden remembers why she kept asking what tomorrow is. April 30th, it's the day that they met. And Federal Hall, the place they're standing in, is where they met. The game ends with Jack proposing to Rose.
Proposal?
This is for your ears only.
After the credits, we hear, nope, not Ocelot, but Snake. Snake and Otacon. It's a call from Otacon after he's done scanning the disc and finds the name of the 12 people of the Wiseman's Committee. Thing is, not only is one of them one of philanthropy's largest contributor, but they're already dead, and they've all been dead for about 100 years. Even Snake has no words other than,
What the hell?
hell of a cliffhanger, huh? Well, that's the end of Metal Gear Solid 2. Every loophole will be closed in Metal Gear Solid 4, even though most of this stuff we already know because of Metal Gear Solid 5 and Metal Gear Solid 3. However, it's still interesting to see how they revealed the information the first time around. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. If you like this video and this series, make sure to like, subscribe, and maybe consider donating to my Patreon. I know I have like no subscribers, but these are the kind of videos that I would like to have more time to do, and donations on Patreons will really help in that endeavor. Anyways, whether you do, whether you don't, thank you for watching. I appreciate all the views, all the subscribers, and I will see you guys next time for the final game, Metal Gear Solid 4. Peace.